Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi and welcome. My name is Tanya, and for those of you returning Titans, as I like to call you guys, welcome back. You guys are my true MVPs of this channel. Today, I just wanted to hop on and just discuss the Kylie Rodney case a little bit. We've been discussing this case for over a month, and we're not going to get any really new details until November 1st, other than details that we've kind of uncovered ourselves. If you watched my previous videos, I did a video on the Kylie's car going and entering into the water and what I felt about that video after watching that video. When I first watched the video and I did my video on it, I saw a dot that I couldn't even tell what it was. I couldn't tell if it was headlights or if it was like a flashlight or if it was just a UFO. I mean, it was really grainy and it was really hard to see. So with that said, I wasn't sure if it was her car or not. Tyler Feller, he's another YouTube creator on for true crime on YouTube, and he did a really good job. If this is what he did and he did this all right and everything, then my opinion on it maybe has changed because he lightened it up a lot to where it looks like it's more like during the day, to where, you know, you can see the headlights more and the water, and you can actually see something enter what appears entering the water. So if you want to check out Tyler Feller's page and check that out, he just posted it. Today is the 6th. I believe it was either the 5th or the 6th. He posted it, and you'll be able to see it. And it's a shorter video, unlike a lot of his lives. So you'll be able to watch the whole thing in its entirety and see exactly what I kind of saw. And maybe your mind will be changed a little bit too, or maybe you'll be left with a lot more questions like me. So I did want to put that in the beginning of the video just to get that kind of out of the way so I didn't get any hate mail saying, you know, you said that it wasn't her car. And I surely don't say that it is her car now, but I just don't know. And I'm left a little more confused than I was earlier today or yesterday. So take it as you may. Go check out the video and you'll be able to see for yourself kind of if it's a car or if it's not a car. You can come in back and you can come tell me in the comments what you guys think it is. So I don't know. But today I wanted to go over red flags that nobody can miss. I'm going to get a lot of crap for this video, I am sure, but these are my thoughts and my opinions on this subject. And there are too many things that were messed up with this woman. And if you already know who this woman is, we're going to be talking about Kylie's mother. Now, I'm not here, okay, I am kind of here to be a little judgmental and a little mean, because I can't say that I'm not here to do that, because about what I'm about to say is going to maybe come off like that. But that's really not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make her life any harder than what it is. She lost her child. I could not imagine, and a lot of people that are on this platform could not imagine that. But we are human and we do have instincts, and our instincts are telling us something is wrong here. And if we're all seeing this and her mother isn't seeing this, then that's when we start to kind of go after the mother in a way. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. I'm not trying to make her feel any worse than she already feels, but I feel like these are some things that if they weren't missed, maybe this wouldn't have happened. And maybe in the future, this could help another young lady or a young man. And this could help them by watching this video, and just the things that you should be looking out for as a parent, instead of being more of a friend. Because we need parents when we are children. We do not need friends. Coming from a daughter who had a friend for a parent, we need parents. Point blank, period. So let's just get into today's case coverage. But before we do that, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking the subscription button below. You can click that bell icon to be alerted to all my new content that I do post. And if you're feeling extra lucky and extra just forgiving today, you can just go ahead and give me that big thumbs up on this video as well. And you can drop a comment in there. Let me know your thoughts on today's case coverage. Basically, I'm just going to outline the evening and we're just going to kind of go from there. I'm just kind of going to outline, what we know that are facts, and then you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do that because I love to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, so Kylie's mother allowed her 16-year-old daughter to go to a party knowing or not knowing that alcohol would be supplied there. Because we have heard in an interview that they've been doing this for 20 plus years now. They do this. They go out in the hills. They drink alcohol underage. That's what they do. I know this is a senior graduation party for seniors, right? But normally seniors that go to senior parties are about 18 years old, 17, but most of the time when you're graduating, you're 18 years old. Poor Kylie was only 16 years old when she graduated. So she might have been mentally, so she might have been academically smart, but maybe not mentally smart yet. Does that make sense? Okay. I only say the age difference, because 18 you can be held more accountable when you're 18 than when you're even 16. There's even by the law, So then let's go to the next. Kylie's mother allowed her daughter to drive there instead of getting a ride from a friend or saying, I will take you and I will pick you up at said curfew, at said time. You want to go to a party? I'd love for you to go to, a senior party. You graduated. You did great this year. Hey, but I don't want you driving out there. It's not safe. My mom would say these exact words. I'm not worried about the way you drive, but I'm worried about everybody that drives around you. Just let me take you and pick you up and tell your friends. I can go ahead and pick them up and I can drop them off as well. If you wanted to be that friend, that you seem to desperately need to be with her instead of a parent. So Kylie's curfew was around 11 o'clock. So why not at 11:05, you're not reaching out to your daughter and you're calling her, or at 11:10, you're not texting and calling at the same time. By 11:20, I would have already pinged her location because we all know that she would tell her mom where she could ping her to know where she was located. And I would have already been in the car on my way to go get her and to smack her first before we left. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done that. But you know what I mean? Like I would have been in the car by 11:20. I would have been there on my way to go get her. No ifs, ands, or buts. Kylie's mom taking her word for it through a text, even though it was past her curfew at that point when she texted her mother. It was already past her curfew when Kylie texted her mother. Being past her curfew, she texted her mom, telling her mom, hey mom, yeah, I know I'm late, that she'll be leaving soon to come home. So who's in charge here? Really? Is that where the friend comes back in to play? So at this point, okay, we're going to stop and we're going to think about where we would be at right now. Our daughter went to a party out in the woods somewhere. That's what we know. She drove herself out there where you knew where there was going to be alcohol and drugs or drugs, at least alcohol. And don't say you didn't, because we were all kids once. We were all that age once. There's nothing different, like I said before, other than there is different technology, but we all still think the same. She didn't show up for curfew, but instead, after curfew, when she should have already been at home, she sent you a text message saying she was going to leave the party in a little bit, kind of like when she feels like it, then she'll be home. just when she's done for the night, and then she'll be home. Because that's kind of how I got it. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Kylie in this at all, because that poor girl went through a lot, but that's the way it seems. She was late already going, she should have already been at home. And then she texted her mother saying, I'll be home here in a little bit. And that was fine. I like to believe at this point, without knowing any more information, what you would do as a parent. Would you ping her phone, get in your car while doing it, and drive over there to get her? Like, what would you guys do? Would you do any of those? Or would you just kind of let her text you whenever she and comes home, text you, and she'll say, hey, I'll be home whenever I can get there. But instead of her doing any of that, instead of her getting in her car or calling her daughter when she knew she was late, coming home from a party that she really shouldn't have been going to in the first place, instead, she put her phone down, probably charged it, put it on the charger, got in her pajamas, maybe had a glass of warm tea, read a book maybe, and then went upstairs to her nice warm bed, and she fell asleep for the evening. That's what she did. She didn't even wake up until 8 a.m. the next morning. When I heard that, I said, wish I could sleep in like that. And she had a missing kid. She was sleeping until 8. I can't sleep. I've been waking up at 2 a.m. Between 2 and 5 for 3 years. I haven't slept past 5 o'clock in the morning. I would love that. So, okay. Now we're going to stop here again. Okay, maybe I messed up a little bit. You fell asleep. Maybe you messed up, and you know it, and you fell asleep waiting on your daughter to come home. Maybe you were just really tired. Maybe you're just really tired and you went to sleep. We've all maybe fallen asleep when we didn't want to. We can't blame someone for that too much. But when you woke up the next morning at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., in your nice warm bed and your nice pajamas, you think that you would go straight into your daughter's room, because you would wake up and say, she didn't wake me up when she came home or anything. And you would find that she wasn't home immediately. You would call her friends and the local police, right? You would call, hey, she was with this person last night. I'm calling all of her friends. I'm going through my numbers. I'm calling the police on the other phone. I've got cell phone, house phone, landlines, all of it going at once. But that's not what happened. It's not what happened again. She slept until 8 a.m. and then didn't even file a police report until about 5 or 5:30 that evening. She spoke to her daughter through a text message. So that's not speaking. She received a message from her daughter's phone around 11:30 the night before. That's 18 hours, and you have not heard from your child. And you are not freaking out. And then on my last video that I did with her mom and the red flags, then we get to top it all off with this. As AWP is going to search for the car and drag the car out of the lake, she's eating sushi. And before anybody comes at me and says she's allowed to eat, she should eat, blah, 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 fuck you. Okay? Because my boyfriend is an Asian guy. And he eats a lot of sushi, and I'm there for it. We go out to eat. And it is an experience, okay? You talk to the wait staff. They're cooking the food, frying it up, hibachi style. You are there for it. She should eat. Go through McDonald's, get a hamburger while you're looking for your child. You don't sit down at a sushi restaurant. And, I mean, that's like you could have went to like any other restaurant. and I probably wouldn't have been that upset. But to go to a sushi restaurant where you're sitting down and you're just experiencing all of that, who was the waiter or waitress? That's who I would like to know. I would just like to know how she was acting when she was just eating her sushi. Like, was it not raw enough for you? Was it too raw? I hope it was. I hope you got a bellyache off of it, because I really do. I really do. Because it's just, and in my last video, I got a lot of flack for this too, because I said in the beginning of my video, I was not a mother. And I don't know how many people said, you're right, you're not a mom, you shouldn't be saying nothing. I'm a woman, okay? Okay. When you are a woman, you are born with it or without it. It don't matter if you have children or if you don't have children. You know whether you are a nurturer or if you are not nurturer. And I've always been the nurturing type. I just have reached an age where I cut through people's bullcrap. And I've just been seeing too much bullcrap from her mother for too long. I mean, flipping the camera off, dancing, singing, cremating her, which is, I mean, she's allowed to do that. And that's another story too. And I'll talk about that one too, about the cremation thing. I'm not upset with her mom for cremating her daughter. I wish she would have just maybe, I don't know, maybe she does know everything and it's okay to do that. But if there was ever a time that they needed to do more testing and they don't have that, that's when it's just going to be really hard for her mom. But if Kylie, when she's 16, there's no way she said that she wanted this. But if it was something she wanted, and like with my mother, she wanted to be cremated and she didn't want anyone to look at her after she passed away. So we immediately cremated her. But then again, there wasn't all this stuff going on around with my mom. My mom wasn't found in the bottom of a reservoir. So it's different. But I can understand wanting to make someone's wishes, come true, or not come true, but you know what I mean. Holding them, when they say, hey, this is what I want. But she's 16 years old. There's no way she knew what she wanted. There's no way she even knew what she wanted to do next weekend, let alone with her body after she passed away. But that's all I have for today's video. I am so tired of this case because I need answers. I know you need answers. We all freaking need answers. I'm not going to upload this till tomorrow, so it's going to be on Friday, and then Saturday we are doing a getting ready with me. We're going to do something really fun on Saturday because we need to have some fun. We're going to do some fashion tips, style tips, things like that. Tomorrow, I'm thinking about coming on and doing a live and just kind of going through all the facts with you guys, doing all of that. Let's just do a deep dive together. If that's something that you're interested in, like this or comment. That way I know to go ahead and do that live with you guys. We can do it tomorrow around we can do it in the evening, or we can even do it in the afternoon if that's something that you're into. Just let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this case, what's going on, the new stuff that we've just heard. Go over to Tyler Feller's page. Check out that video. See if you think that's her car going into the lake. If it is, I don't know. It doesn't really prove too much because somebody could have been pushing it in. Somebody could have been driving it in other than her. So we're not really, we don't have any more answers, really. We just have more questions, I feel like. So with that being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by clicking the subscribe button below, the bell icon to be alerted to all my new content because I'm always posting. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Much love.